So today's video is going to be a live from the TCIA show here in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is day 2 of the show. So we're just going to walk around a little bit here, get some footage of what all is here. There is a lot more here at this one this year than what it was at last year's at Indianapolis. A lot more vendors and a lot more people. Yesterday was crazy as far as the people when they opened the doors. They just opened the doors, letting folks in now. Let's see here. Some folks showing up now. They got a little bit of everything. Got lots of lifts here. All kinds of tree equipment. Just about everybody in the tree care stuff is here, with some extras too. Echo's got a booth right there. There's Echo stuff. Lumire's got a big booth. All the big ones have got really nice setups. They've got more bark over there. Lumire's got a bunch of equipment. Echo's got quite a few stuff here.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Good.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. Got lots of cranes. They got cranes inside. They got cranes outside too. This is the equivalent to what Kyle runs. What I've worked with him on some jobs. This Altec right here. More lifts. Got some grapple saws back there in the back. Grapple saw over there. Too many people showing up now. The crane stuff is some cool stuff. I like it. Like any kind of equipment, man. Kyle needs one like this, got a cab on it. We're going to get out of the elements. Man, that joker. Poor dude sitting there in the sun all day, every day like it. Grapple saw truck. Vertical reach up to 115 feet. What's crazy is they can get 115 feet out of all the extensions on those things. It folds up in just a little compact package right here on the back. That's always amazed me. Man, you talking about some crazy money. Look at the cylinder on that main beam right there. So here, look at something here.
Social media post here.
Let's see.
Tag out there.
Look at all the data on it right there. That main boom cylinder. That thing's beast mode right there, boy. The springs on that thing.
Morning.
Morning.
How's it going?
Good.
What do you think?
I like it,
Pretty
man.
awesome, isn't it?
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. At 115 feet, what kind of capacity that thing got out there?
So our max grapple saw reaches 120.
120.
So is that what you want to know on the grapple saw or the
Yeah, the
hook?
grapple saw. Yeah.
On the
What can
grapple
you
saw,
handle out
you're,
there?
You're going to be around that 900-pound mark, something like that. Got take enough to take good top out.
Right.
20-foot top.
It's always amazed me that y'all can get that kind of reach out of that compact of a package like that right there. It
Yep.
just keeps going.
It
It
just
keeps
keeps
going.
going.
And
It's
going.
like the transformer when it starts unfolding. Everybody's like, "Oh."
I don't even want to know how many feet of hydraulic lines it is in that thing from down there to up there.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's got to
You got
be.
track, and you got your hose reels, and
Yeah.
so what makes Effer unique really is their one-piece boom design. So if you look on the bottom side of it, Effer cools and heats that and bends that, folds that metal, and it has one seam weld on the outside and on the inside. So that's what makes Effer structural strength superior to anything else out there.
Well,
They build an outstanding crane.
all right. Price-wise on something like that now, this day and time, what's it
So,
coming in at?
including federal excise tax, you're looking at around that anywhere from $480 to $495.
Okay.
I'm sorry, $570 to $580.
I was figuring in my mind. I was saying 600,000.
Yeah,
I was saying.
yeah,
you know.
you'll be just under 600.
So just under 600.
Yeah, probably by the time you pay your local taxes, you'll hit the 6.
It means. So you're live on Cotton Top 3 right now. Man, on YouTube.
Oh, nice. Hey, to meet you. That's all good.
It's better to keep you from being nervous and everything, man.
No, it's cool, man. I'm happy to talk.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Thank you for stopping.
Yeah. So are you with Altec?
I am, and I'm over Grapple Saw trucks.
Grapple Saw Truck?
Yeah.
All right, so that crane right there, I worked with a crane like you had a good bit, just like that one
An
right there with the guy.
It's an AC-38.
What are those coming in at new right
I'm
now?
gonna let Kyle talk about that.
Yeah, so those would be about, that one right there probably be sitting about 470 now.
About 470, okay.
Yeah.
I was figuring 375, so about 100K off on
Yeah,
that one.
so the 38 ton has jumped up in price quite a bit, really, from when I started, but still very capable.
Is that going to be probably y'all's most common seller to the tree industry right there, that 38
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there?
that 38 is very
Yeah.
popular, and then honestly our 40 and 45 are pretty popular as well. I mean, the 45 give you a little bit better picket radius.
How much bigger of a footprint is the actual truck and everything compared to on the 45?
You're actually very similar.
Very
On
similar.
Your 45 ton is still going to be right at 40 foot long, right around there. But you're talking about the same outrigger spread width, all
so
that stuff.
about 26 foot then?
24 foot on center of your
24,
rods. So
okay.
with the shoes, you're probably about another foot or so.
Yeah, because I know when Kyle's out, he said I need 26 foot, that we're going to set up. But
Yeah.
I have been at the end of the hook on that thing many times at looking back and seeing 130 foot,
Yeah.
and everything on all the way up in there.
yeah. Yeah, and get alone when you throw that jib on there and you get another 45 feet on top of that,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll really put you up there. And that's where if you're working on high trees, our 40 ton is actually a little bit better just because.
So price point on them, when you step up to the 40 ton, how much more are you looking at on them?
Yeah, a good jump there. Yeah, you're talking, you're probably in the 550, 560 range for those right now. But you're also getting a completely different control system for those too. So
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it is like all this stuff here, for a business standpoint, you got price is one thing, but you got to look at the efficiency and the speed of what you can do with it.
Right.
And that's where you make up the differences right there.
Oh yeah.
And everything. So,
And I got to believe the stick crane will help do that as well. But listening to the guys talk to DC as I start to learn the Grapple Saw product, I mean, that's exactly what they have been saying is, we're able to do so much more in less time.
Oh, yeah.
Take on more jobs that, we would have had to kick down the road,
Yeah.
So
Well, there's several tree companies now, huge tree companies, and they are buying huge cranes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a lot of these like metro areas, they're able to set up in the street, set their outriggers down, set a guy in the top of the tree, he rig it right quick, and then drop down the bottom, and on the say a 16-18, they will take the whole tree at one time.
Right. Oh yeah.
And I mean, you start knocking out a job like that in an hour,
Sure.
and then doing like 3 or 4 of them in a day.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It makes a big difference.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of the guys we were talking to. I mean, they've been able to double their revenues within the first 2 to 3 years of owning one of these.
Right. Yeah, because I see several of them. I'm friends, a lot of them on Instagram and stuff, and through what I do on YouTube, it's have a lot of communication, and a lot of them will get one, and I mean within a short time they're getting a second, a third, a fourth one, and
Right.
going that route,
Yeah.
and everything. So on those cows, there's full climate control on those calves and everything, right?
Yeah, you've got heat and AC in there, 20 degrees of tilt. That cab is standard. for
Okay, so
anything.
it will lean back.
Yeah,
So
she'll
you
lean
sit
back
there
for
and-
you. Yep. So you can look forward. Once you get into that 40 ton and above, they even give you a little bit more cab comfort with heated seats, whole 9 yards.
I got you.
But
Because I was the last one we were doing a water oak that was 9 foot diameter. We were actually backed up to the front of the house. So reaching over the back of the house, we closed the city street. We were setting it down in the city street right there over a 3-phase power line.
Yeah.
And so we were swapping. Like one of us was on the hook. We'd set one of us in a tree where we're going to make the cut, and then the other one was on the hook doing the rigging. When we got it rigged, and then drop down bomb out of the tree and then the other one make the cut. So I was on the ground, flip-flopping back and forth, and I was sitting there looking up, staring up at the sky at them up there, and I was like, I felt sorry for the ground guys in, because normally I'm always the one that's up, and so I felt sorry for them, because I mean your neck, you're just craning your neck the whole time.
The whole day. Yeah.
So can I get in the cab of that one over there? Can I call
absolutely.
I'm gonna get into it, and
Steps should be on this back side.
yeah, it's over here on this side. I just want to make sure it was okay that.
Yeah.
Because this is what people like to see right here.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and these are real fast setup too. It doesn't take. When he pulls up, I'll usually grab the controls on the back and start, working in. We'll start setting the outriggers up, get the pads on them, and everything like that. And it goes pretty fast.
Another nice part about our cab design here is you also have a front door and a side door. So
Okay.
The idea behind that is no matter where you're rotated within the crane, you should have an easy point of access and egress.
Right. Well, you got the glass in here. Is that Lexan, or is that real tempered glass?
I can't remember the name of the material. Your side door is, I believe this should be a real glass here, but your top and your front are a synthetic material.
They're
basically
safety.
bulletproof.
I bet it's that polycarbonate. It's what it probably is, because a lot of our logging equipment
I
is
mean, obviously there's an industry standard that we have to meet for anything that would potentially fall
Drop.
and crush and all that. So I know it meets those standards, but what the exact material is, I had to reconfirm for you. But,
that's fine. And so, like, when you're setting these things up, you don't necessarily have to have it dead nut zero. You got a little bit of a tolerance, don't you?
yeah, so it should be within 1% or 1 degree usually is what they're going to allow you there. Obviously, closer to level, the better.
Oh yeah.
But and that's kind of where the extended penetration outriggers, stuff like that, come in to help there.
And his is on the Peterbilt too. Y'all primarily use all Peterbilt stuff.
Yeah, a lot of our stock is done on either Pete or Kenworth. Now we'll manufacture on whatever a guy wants, right? So if he's a Freightliner guy, we'll do it. If he's a Western Star or whatever, we just gotta play with the chassis spec, make sure we make weights and whatnot. But
So where are you out of, man?
I'm based out of Kansas City.
Out of Kansas City.
Yeah. And then our cranes are built in Roanoke, Virginia, except for the grapples. Those are done in Creedmoor. But
See, I'm in Columbus, Mississippi, so we have a big Altec over there in Birmingham area over there, and that area there. But man, so what's your name? Your name's Kyle.
Kyle, yep.
There's Kyle.
Altec.
Man,
Nice to
I
meet you.
appreciate it, dude. So
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely.
You can look it up on Cotton Top 3 right there on
yeah.
YouTube, and you can take
snap the
a
picture of that.
take a picture of it right there. There you go. So you
check it out.
Yeah, you'll be on there. And that the information like that, and of course we're still live right now, but the information like that, people, that's what YouTube is for. It's a great avenue to get out and learn stuff and figure out stuff. So probably the biggest majority of purchases that are made and things that are done now are calculated from YouTube via YouTube. People who are going out doing the research and things like that. So
I'll joke all the time. My house is a YouTube house. 90% of the work I do, I learn from YouTube.
there you go. There you go. But when you're all the way out like that, and so I do the YouTube stuff, but I do tree work too. So, but man, even when you're all the way out on that thing, extended all the way out, it's still pretty dang stable. It's got a little bit of movement out there, but it's not bad. I mean, even when the wind's blowing and everything like that, I mean,
it should be very stable. Yeah. Obviously, we have to take. A lot of your load charts, as you know, are really limited by stability.
Oh yeah.
Versus structural integrity. So. The stability factor is obviously taken into high consideration. So
we run Sennas, when we communicate back and forth, and that last one we were doing about 2 weeks ago, and of course it's on here too, and you can see the whole video of it taking that tree down. I asked Kyle, him, what's your capacity where we're at, and he was all the way out, and he said, I've got 1,400 foot. And I said, well, Kyle, I said, this piece here, I said, I know we're gonna be all over it when I cut this. He said, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
He said, cut it. I said, well, I got to dodge a treetop and a boom both if this thing comes down. And he said, but you got to remember, he said, as soon as I come up with it, I'm coming in. And he said, I'm going to increase capacity really quick,
as soon as you boom up,
so
you'll gain there.
That was pretty neat.
And obviously, I definitely wouldn't condone it.
No.
Obviously go by that, as a manufacturer, go by the load chart. But
I know.
There is obviously a level of safety factor that we have to derate these machines to begin with anyway.
Because you're not at 100, even on the lifts and stuff.
Yeah.
We talked about that yesterday.
As a manufacturer, I definitely say go by the load chart.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good show, dude. That was some cool stuff, man. And those things are fast too. I've seen Kyle, we've had some limbs that would go to spin and he'd have to get on it real quick and put it in high speed, and man, it'll snatch a limb up out of the way quick too. So this thing goes on over there, all the way over yonder, and then it goes back down that way, a little ways up. Let's see. Over here is going to be steel and Husqvarna there in the middle, and then you got Bartlett, Shell Tree stuff. They're all here. Gap Arborist, all your Arborist supplies are here. Current. Pile fingers down there at the back, Petzels down there. We'll just kind of go down the middle. So there's cranes and grapple saws over there too. And this one here is a series grapple saw. Let's see if we can see some specs on this one here.
My girlfriend puts it on. Hey, we're all in Zach. That's true. I was just up in They started talking about service.
Someone looking at that rod, it's 180 foot, then
170 foot.
170 foot. So we're live on YouTube right now. I'm Cotton Top 3. Yeah, no, so we
It's the biggest one, 210 ton meter.
so what's the capacity out there? Is that it? 1390?
So you're going to do 2780 all the way to the tip, all the way out to almost 70 feet.
Right.
Take the jib off, and then this is your capacities over here. So you're doing 8,000 pounds of horizontal at 85 feet.
Where are these things manufactured at right here?
We do everything out of Toronto, Canada right now.
Toronto, Canada.
Cranes are out of Italy.
I mean, look at the main boom on that thing, man. The main boom cylinders and then the second stage up there. Dude, this thing ain't no joke, man. All right, so I'm gonna kind of guess on this as far as the price figure because everybody watches these videos know what price. So I'm gonna say 950,000.
A little bit higher.
A little bit higher. So are we? We're
over $1 million.
We're over $1 million.
Yeah.
Wow. So who buys a machine like this right here?
I think the larger tree
Your
companies.
huge tree care companies and
Yes,
stuff.
California buys a lot. You got the tree hurricane chasers who buy them.
Right.
Chasers.
Because you're talking about a major payment right here on this thing.
Yeah, you got a few guys who have 2 or 3 of them.
Well, you look at you just forget about the crane. Look at the truck. You've got a $400,000 truck sitting here. It's now
A lot of money tied up on but it makes the money back. That's for
Right,
sure. They wanna keep
right.
buying.
That's why I was just talking to somebody else about the speed and efficiency on it. But that is crazy right there. I mean, that's.
It's pretty impressive to see.
I would hate to see that thing because y'all know how the outriggers are not all the way out right now. They're nowhere close. What kind of a wingspan do you have on them? Any clearance you got to have to set them all the way
I
out?
think the front ones are 30 foot or just a little over. The back
Okay.
ones I think are like 26.
Wow, that's crazy.
The front upper legs as well.
Right. Man, I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to answer some questions
Yeah,
for me,
awesome.
man.
You
Yes,
have a
sir.
great show.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care.
The best would like.
Look at the side. That's big boy stuff right there now. Over $1 million. So these are the lifts. I think that's how you say it. I like the looks of them. The 80 to 90 foot would be, if I was going to go to something like this, would be what I would go after. Because the side reach, man, the lift world is where it's at. This is a hybrid. They've also got an insulated one right over there too. That's got the you work around the power lines with. So that means this one will run off of electric, or it's got a probably a little Kubota engine in there, I bet. Yeah, it's a little Kubota. So now they're testing the battery saw. Seen a lot of battery stuff here too. Steel's got battery stuff running. Makita's got battery stuff running. Husqvarna does too. And, hey man, what is this lift coming in at now right here?
Price wise?
Yeah, price wise on this one.
I'll have to grab Jed because he's got the price sheet in front of him.
Does this one just come in the hybrid type model, or can you get it in the just a diesel engine right there?
You can order it without the hybrid power.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, there's options.
I got you.
$169.
169.
Did you have a question on price on this one?
Yeah, well, I was just asking about that, the price point on this one right here,
Yeah,
what
what
it
I-
is right now.
Yeah, the show price that was basically up till the end of the year.
What's availability on them right now?
This one is 8 to 10 weeks.
8 to 10 weeks. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Is the side reach on this one? Is it 50 foot? Is that what this
Exactly
is?
50 feet, yep.
Exactly
Yep.
50 feet. What's the weight of the hybrid? What is it coming in at?
This one I think is 11.5. What's the weight on this? 11.5? It shows you right there with that. Right. I just wasn't sure. I think that was the.
Can I ask your opinion on the Thursday deal? So,
It's got a remote right there.
In my opinion, if you know nothing about a grapple saw, you should buy a small grapple saw truck first. And then that gets you.
Well, I've seen a lot of people here that I know too. It goes all the way down there to that wall down there where the ditch witch sign is hanging. We'll walk through the steel. And then they've got the stuff upstairs too. So I got an 881 sitting over here on the table. The chain has no cutters on the table.
Well, we've been working at it for, 50 years. It's hard to invest in all that at one time. For everything, all that mold,
They do that for safety purposes, I'm sure, because everybody that walks up to a chainsaw, they want to touch the chain on it, you know? And so, keep them getting cut.
you didn't need any extra.
It's that funny looking chain on that saw, the one that firefighters use, cut roofs and stuff. Go through and got a carbide chain on it. It's, let's see, Joseph, I ain't really been looking at the comments, but to answer your question, Jill is here. She was here with me all day yesterday. She's actually headed out toward Concord, North Carolina today. She's going to some antique stores out there. She's real big into antiques and does a lot of reselling on that stuff. And so she's going to see what she can gather up out there. This is a CMC list. You see a lot of tree folks using the CMCs. And if I was going to buy one, this would be the one I would buy right here, the 83. It comes in just under 160,000. It comes in at. I've actually been in one of these before a little bit. So they got the 83, 60, they got a 70, I think it's 72 over there. And they got this 90 and they got the new 100. This on this outside out there. That you can actually go up in, but they got that canceled today because a little bit of rain. Look at this mulcher here. Thing looks beastly, man. It costs you a little bit to swap all the teepees on that thing right there now. The doors stand up pretty good in some soft stuff too. That Cummins in it, 260 horsepower. This is tree stuff.
Come on, man. Just smile, ponytail guy. Come on.
I'll have to get on over here away from the music before I get a claim on it. It's Husqvarna right here. We'll walk around over this way where they're running the battery saws.
So I'm just gonna put some weight on the stand as you saw it.
Okay, we don't tip over.
A little light. Yeah. We don't want to tip over. You can make down cuts, up cuts, plunge cuts, whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, I'm probably just gonna do a straight cut.
All right.
You want me cut all the way through, or just
Yeah,
try to save long, or
yeah.
what?
Just take cookies off.
All right.
And then I'll just ask that you use a full wrap with your thumbs.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty awesome.
So I want you to do me a favor, set the bar up against this. All right, so that's a 14-inch bar. We're cutting 12 inches of wood,
Yeah, that's real quick.
right? And
Cotton top, right?
That's right,
What's
man.
up, man?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Wandering around,
Yesterday. Were you
man.
here yesterday?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was busy
It was
yesterday.
nuts yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday morning when they opened the door.
Oh, it was like a stampede.
Well, you couldn't even walk.
Yeah.
Hardly. There were so many people, so I was kind of glad it wasn't as packed this morning and stuff.
yeah. No, it was, I mean, from open to close yesterday, it was jammed.
What availability on saws, man? I get hammered on that, dude. I'm talking about
Which
like
ones?
crazy.
things are stabilizing.
592.
592s are a problem, but we have 1200 on the water.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any yet?
Yeah, I actually got one.
Last year.
Yeah, I got one in March.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
I got one in March.
How you like it?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it, yep. Yeah, I'm running a 32-inch bar on it. That's what I'm running on it
Yeah?
and everything. And then I get, like I said, I get questions weekly.
About availability?
On availability on them and all.
So 592s, partly because it's been such a success as far as orders.
Right.
We sold a lot more than we planned to. They're catching up.
Right.
Batteries are also catching up.
Yes, sir.
So
I was-
now
that
you're
was
worried
fixing
about
to be my
overspeeding
next
the
Batteries
gas
are catching
motor.
up, so we've
You're not
got
going to
tons
overspeed
of
an
those
electric
coming
motor
in
because it's
December,
covered to
January.
what it can
And
run for an
right
idea.
now, the factory's committed to 3 times more batteries next year than we received.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Okay, so
Because, I mean, hey,
And it's
look.
still
the
not gonna
battery-
be able
The
to-
battery stuff is where it's going.
So you guys
especially that's
unchat
all right
real
there.
quick. I was going to show you the rear handle.
Is the battery
So
stuff.
Is it
I mean,
this
that's
one?
it. Yes, the T540 IXP.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's it. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, good. Have you
Well, I-
tried the 220T?
No.
I want to take up too many times.
I'd like to get your honest
On
feedback.
it.
We did a tear down on it.
So this
Sweden,
rear
and
handle version,
Not so impressed.
this is
And I run the non-extendable version battery hole saw
Yeah,
a lot
Yeah.
in the lift.
yeah.
I'm talking
Like
about a lot in
Yeah.
the lift. I've had it for 2 years now. I got it back 2020 August of 2020.
Yeah.
And of course, it's got the aluminum, the aluminum shaft,
Yeah.
or yeah, it's real lightweight. But it allows me to back away from the tree when I go ahead and make my notch cuts
Yeah.
from over on big,
Yeah.
lets me swing the lift back some,
Yeah.
my maneuverability in the basket and
Right,
everything like
right.
that. So good stuff as far as that. Let's go over here. I'm doing a live, by the way.
Oh.
You're like, he's like, he wouldn't have said nothing or whatever. Now he's gonna change his tune now or whatever. So this cat I'm talking to, he's actually the man with the plan on the 592s, man. He is it.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't run the 16-inch bar. I run the 14 and 12. I have the 12 on one, I have a 14 on another, and just depending on what I'm doing in the tree.
Yeah.
And dude, the battery, I'm telling you, it's where it's at, man.
Yeah, so this is kind of the latest innovation wall right here. So you've got the battery saws, 90cc saws, and then our new gas top panel saws.
What'd y'all change on it? I seen.
Ground up, everything. Yep.
All right, so the improvements that you made on this right here, what were you fixing on it? And let me say this right here, first of all.
Yeah.
A top handle gasoline saw is very, very difficult. It's very hard to build. And the wants of the people that are using these right here are very difficult to meet those wants. Now, I wanted to say that first because a lot of whether no matter what brand it is, bashed on these saws right here. But you're asking a lot out of these saws. So what did you change? I'll set that up for you. So what did you change on that thing, man?
So it was a ground up redesign. If you're familiar with our old T540 XP, we've done a lot over the years to fix some of the issues that saw had when we launched it. But we knew, to your point, that the gas top panel saw is a very important tool for the guys in the tree, and that we knew we needed to do something different with our T540 XP.
It's still a 38cc saw.
It's a 37.7 cc, but it's got more power now. We increased the power, we reduced the weight, so it's going to have more power, less
It
weight.
still come in about a little over 10 pounds in. Is that what it still comes in at?
Yeah. Actual weight, I'll tell you right now.
Mr.
The T540, 8.4 pounds is where that one is compared, and 2.5 horsepower.
You see, my deal with the battery stuff is the beauty of the battery stuff is the fact that you don't have a saw running. And so, like, I'm running centers, and we're communicating with the guys on the ground, on the road, or the crane or whatever. And so you're not, a lot of times, when you're rigging stuff or whatever, you got a little bit of limbo time there. So you get into that funky spot between full choke, half choke kind of deal, trying to get this gas saw running.
Yeah.
Whereas the battery, man, you just powered up and you hit the freaking trigger. And I get so many comments on just high cuts.
Yep.
You know?
I would say that was another issue that we solved for on this saw is Auto-Tune 3.0. Startability and reliability.
I got you.
So if you're familiar with the Auto-Tune 3.0 on this, the run and choke.
That's right.
Where same starting procedure every time, hot or cold. The Auto-Tune determines the air and fuel mix. So it takes that out of the equation and it starts for you. So the reliability in the tree has been improved with Auto-Tune 3.0.
So it's not no bunch of snatching on it and trying to crank it like it was.
Correct.
So when are y'all gonna adapt the 3.0 into your other your 5.62s and 5.72s, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I had a guy here recently contact me. He had just got a 592. He said, "How many times do you have to pull yours to crank?" I said, usually once you purge it, it's either going to crank on the first or second pull every time. And he said he didn't know if he just got a really good one or what, because he said his was like that. I said, no, I said, that's the way it works.
It's the way it's designed,
It's on those. But
I would, to answer your question, when is it going to evolve and be on all the Auto-Tune saws? I'd say, stay tuned. Yeah, keep coming to the shows.
Work in progress.
It's not as simple as it sounds, but trust me, we see the benefit. And every time we advance the Auto-Tune technology, it gets better. It gets better. It's automatically tuning itself.
As an end user, we don't care. We want it.
You want it to start.
We want it now. We want it now. But in all honesty, people don't realize what goes in behind the scenes to make the testing stuff work.
And that's what, as a professional commercial chainsaw provider, we have to make sure and vet every condition to make sure that it does start when you need it to start. Because to your point earlier with the gas saw, if you're in a tree and it doesn't start, it's not a good job. It's not a good day. It makes you want
to throw it in the chipper.
It's not a good day. It's not a good day. So that's why it does take time. A lot of it is validation.
So I've got steel and Husqvarna, and I've got the 661, and people ask me all the time which one, 661, 592, or whatever. So I guide people to this saw right here.
Yeah.
There is a weight difference between the two. Of course, the Husqvarna.
The weight difference is negligible. Yeah. The power difference is where you see it.
That's right. I've got a video I took down a tree Tuesday before, because we left Wednesday coming up here. Hammered one out, and the saw is just so strong. And I know I got it on video. I'm running a 32-inch bar on it right now, and I know I got it on video when I was actually back cutting on that thing. You can see the saw push me off balance.
Yeah.
As it's pulling.
Yeah.
Because I'm borderline on my rakers and everything. Yeah. I mean, I'm right there on the edge of what they'll do. But the way I explain the 592 is it's a torque monster and everything. So one thing that we'll talk about a little bit here while I got you on the spot, the cost of the saws have increased substantially over the last year and everything. Man, that's because I was looking at the 572, and it's at $1,200 right now. I'm thinking, whatever.
And I would say, and that's across the board.
It is. It doesn't matter.
Is very competitive when it comes to the purchase price of saws, but cost to manufacture, cost to produce, cost to ship, everything has gone up.
Everything has went up, man.
And it is definitely.
It's a trickle effect.
Unfortunate, reality that we're all living.
And so y'all got the pole saws now, the mad saw.
Yeah.
That's what do you call it? What's it called? You can work around the power lines with it and not get yourself electrocuted.
Yeah. So I'll be honest, since I'm live on the spot, I am not a mad saw expert.
Yeah, he's not a mad saw expert. That's his baby right there, right?
But it is certified to work with it or around the power lines with that. MAD is minimum approach distance.
Right.
So it's certified
and
with
the
dielectric.
First one to do that.
Yes. Yep. So we have gas, and what we're debuting here is the battery version of that MAD saw, which will be available next year.
You know what? You did good being on the spot.
I didn't. I just saw your face, and I wanted to come say hi.
I appreciate
Thanks for
it,
having me, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show, and Don't forget to register to win a new T540 XP
T540.
Mark III.
Love the 550 and the 562, man. Great saws. And I tell people all the time, they ask me about saws. I say, look, the 550, 50cc saw for a normal homeowner, if they're wanting to buy a gas saw, is all they need. I mean, it's just awesome.
Well, I'll say, stay tuned for next year to see what you.
All right, I just noticed this. So y'all got a rear handle version of
That's
of
right.
that
This is
there.
new. This is new in the assortment. We don't have a rear handle 40cc XP saw. We have the 543 XP, which is a little bit dated. We're coming in with the top handle, rear handle 546, same Auto Tune 3.0, same engine, same chassis, if you will, but rear handle versus top handle.
So there's a couple things, man. Y'all got your competitor beat on bad, and we're gonna point these out real quick. Well, there's three things right here that I'm looking at.
Well, I love it.
One thing, your gas and oil caps.
Flip up, fully threaded.
Well, they don't leak. They don't leak. Every one of the other ones that I've got, man, they leak like crazy. So the other thing too is a lot of people, they get all bent out of shape about these things. Some of them call them primer. They're purge, because what it does is it pumps gas from the tank up the carburetor back to the tank. So a lot of times if it's all hot sitting out there in the sun or something, you can purge that gas up there, circulate up there. But the biggest thing is on cranking, when it's cold or you hadn't done anything, you've got the gas, you purge it up, the gas is sitting right there. Especially if you run it out of gas. Oh my God, you can pull it one time and it's going to crank rather than 7 or 8 times over across the hall from y'all. Nobody's ever going to catch y'all on air filtration. Period. End of the story. And that is the life of a 2-stroke motor. Is cleaning that air and
pre-cleaning it, keeping the dust away from the filter.
And however y'all have that figured out.
It's our air injection design, which we bring through the entire assortment, not just our smaller CCs, all the way up to our 90cc has air injection, which is that pre-filtration of the sawdust as you're cutting.
So basically what you're saying a while ago too is we got to back up just a little bit, because I'm running things back through my brain. You're fixing to make me spend a lot more money next year, because y'all may or may not have something in the works, something else coming out, but that's what it's all about. It's evolving.
Stay tuned. Hey, we don't come to these shows just for fun. We want to get you guys excited.
I know. Hey, that's the best thing. That's the best interview right there. Appreciate it,
thanks,
Mr.
man.
Ben.
Appreciate you coming back.
See ya. That was good stuff right there, man. You get some of the best information when you do stuff kind of like what I'm doing right now, and just run with it. Come on. There's my guys right there. All right, we'll go over here. All right, I'm live on YouTube right now. So this is, yep. You're on the spot now. I've been catching everybody this morning. So this is New River Wheel. This is the stump grinding gurus right here that make the wheel that's on my stump grinder. So had the green tea, stuff like that, but y'all got this out. Tell me about it.
Tell me about it?
Yeah, talk about it, because y'all have set the standard in stump grinding wheels, man. This is the go-to, what everybody's after right now, and stuff for the most part.
Sure.
I'm waiting on you. You're on the spot.
First, I'd say everything's made in the USA. I think that's very important today. Basically, we have a low-profile design. What's hanging out there is the carbide to do the cutting. Pockets are beveled on the side to better deflect debris.
Think NASCAR.
Yeah, I think
So stop it
Yeah,
just stop it just a second right there, right quick.
We're
gonna point out a few things here too.
So here you'd have a full carbide wear strip on the outside perimeter to better protect the wheel.
Right.
We do the same carbide over here on the pocket as well on high horsepower machines, say 65, 75 and over.
Because you'll end up, without this right here, you're going to end up with a lot of wear right there. As that chip is because as that thing cuts that chip's going to feel, and come this way, and it's going to go that way like that right there.
Exactly.
And go around that. So this kind of, and you can buy these strips right here. They're weld-on strips. You just gouge the weld out right there. You've got 2 different sizes of them, right? You got a short one, and then you've got a long one right
and
there.
then so this is a little shorter one here where we're
There
still
it is
getting
right
the
there.
protection. Say that would be on a Bandit 2550,
Right.
Carlton 4012, something like that. And like you said, that's essentially the hot spot. The debris hits here, wants to force itself down, so we address that. Pockets hang over the wheel a little bit by design as a wear indicator as well. The red and blue represents the helical pattern that essentially the lead tooth clears the way for the next tooth and so on and so forth.
Right, because the brunt, I've got, the set of teeth I've got right now, I told them yesterday, I've got right at 100 hours on. I've only replaced 3 of the lead teeth. These are the workhorses, these right here on the stump grinder. These right here, they're there, they work, but they're there a lot for looks and everything, you know, and you know, because they don't, I say that kind of funny, but but
Cleans the debris out of the
it cleans the debris out of the way. But these are your workhorses up here, these bad boys right here. So these right here at 100 hours, I haven't even put an edge on them. Right there. They're just
And so now you look at total tooth replacement and cost to run your wheel.
8 of them.
Look at running your 8 lead teeth or 12 lead teeth on a bigger machine versus all 24 or 44 teeth.
That's right. Exactly. So I wanted to stop by and point that out because in the chainsaw world, I do a lot of chainsaw training and stuff like that. So there's tons of chains out there, tons of chainsaw chains that you can buy. All right, you've got options on your wheel that you want to put on a stump grinder now. And so a lot of people may or may not know the differences between the green teeth or these teeth or y'all's new river wheel right there or whatever. I think the affordability, because I've looked up the price on the wheel to replace the wheel, I think the affordability on it is very, very fair or whatever as far as what it costs, you know. And then the ease of changing these teeth, not only that, but you can move these teeth around. You can take these teeth from this side and you can move them over here on this side. So you're cutting right here now. When you flip it over there, you're going to be cutting on this side, same as on these. And I've done a video about this where I have moved this tooth, moved it from there to get from, because on this edge, you're primarily going to be cutting on that corner right there is what you're going to be doing. And so you can work a lot, and also you can flip these teeth pockets right here too. You can move them and stuff like that.
Work that whole other beveled side, and you're
so you can get a lot of wear for your money right there. But what I've noticed or what I've seen with this style and the new river wheel is what it does to the mulch coming off the stump. You get if you do it right, you get a really purified type of mulch instead of those long slivers that are coming out like that. So
it does not throw it very far.
It does not, no. And I have worked in I've probably ground in some spots that I really shouldn't have without a shield,
you're able to
around the house. And so the cool thing is once you get to where the front of that shield on that stump cutter gets to where it's like parallel with the ground, you can pretty much just hammer it, just let her eat then, because anything is sending down small pieces like that. So,
Exactly right.
yeah, man.
That saves you a lot of time on cleanup.
Oh gosh, it makes it cleanup is really, really easy. But y'all got a good product, guys.
Thank you, Tim, so much.
Y'all got a great product. So people go to YouTube, and I said this earlier in the live feed. They go to YouTube for information,
right?
And a lot of their decisions of what they buy is based on what their research is on YouTube. So it is like this right here to get this stuff out there, because you never know who may stumble by this video and watch this video and looking for tree stuff or whatever and things like that, and see this and say, hey, all right, that makes pretty dang good sense. My stump grinder, when I order one, I'm going to go with the new river wheel. That's what I'm going to go with.
That's wonderful.
And so I just wanted to, when I seen y'all over here last night, so I'm being lazy, man.
That's all right. Tim, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, man.
It was great talking and meeting with you.
Yes, sir.
Tell Miss Joe we said hello and
Oh,
have a good rest of the day.
Right,
Come
see
by
you.
before you leave.
Okay. All right, see you.
Tim, thanks again.
So that's cool stuff. that's I'm very, very happy with the new river wheel. There's no doubt about that. This is Arborwear. They make some jam-up clothing.
Pricing
for Arborist. Climbing pants are real big in climbing pants. The shit's it's top quality stuff. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, man. I've got some of their pants. This is American Arborist supply.
Sorry.
Ooh, a golf ball.
The tree fell directly on the house.
There's a GRCS right there. 2900.
It's okay. I'm all right with that.
Where?
This is Ditch Witch. So if I was going to buy a Ditch Witch, this would be the one I'd buy. I'd buy the 1550. Would be the one I would go after. I know people's been commenting and everything. I hadn't been. I can't read them without flipping my glasses down, so I really hadn't been paying much attention to the comments. Just kind of, I see them when they pop up, and then just going on, because like I said, I have to flip my glasses down to be able to see the crazy things. So there are a lot of vendors here this time. I mean, this is Rock Exotica. So anybody in the climbing world, man, when they see stuff like this right here, he just gets giddy. I mean, it's the gear. For me, the gear is where it's at. Love this stuff.
I was about to go around.
Yeah, it's funny because yesterday
There's no telling how much money from down there to down here is hanging on this thing. The swivels that they have, the ball bearing system in them is just silk. Good stuff too, man. Ladies.
Good luck talking to all these retards. Yeah.
Let's see. This is current. I think that's how you say it.
Scan everything.
There's more stuff here than you can look at, I'll tell you that. This is Fanner. Protos helmets. In my opinion, I mean, there's a lot of good helmets out there. The Protos, man, for tree work, you cannot beat them. I mean, look at all the different colors and stuff there on. I mean, the design of them is just so good. The muffs are inside the helmet right there. The way it cams locks on your head. They're pricey, but they're, in my opinion, well, I say pricey. I mean, you can't really say something's pricey when it protects you. They come in about $300 is what they come in at. This one even comes with a GoPro mount on top of it right there. See, this is a vent lot of people get produce, they don't know that that's a vent, that vent slides right there back and forth. See, it's right here. Very important. Keep your head cool. So we're back over on the other side of tree stuff. This is Clogger right here. Very popular saw pants, climbing pants, stuff like that. Good stuff. So anyhow, I'm gonna cut this thing off. If you're watching this thing, throw the thumbs up on there, any of my videos. Appreciate y'all tuning in this morning, Friday morning. I'm gonna cut it off. We'll catch y'all later. Later, Taters.